Normal people become terrified of criminals.
Shots were just fired. Police just came out and told us, and we're headed there right now.
They become terrified of their own government.
We've talked a lot about foreign wars tonight, but we're in the middle of a war right here at home. It's a war not between black and white or Democrat and Republican. It's between those of us who believe in our founding ideals and love this country and a fringe minority who hates the United States of America. And I think it's going to take a commander-in-chief to lead us to victory in that war, who first of all knows that we're in a war. Second of all, can't be captured by the special interests along the way. But third is from the next generation, somebody with fresh legs to lead us to victory. I'll shut down the deep state. I'll declare economic independence from China. Yeah. I'll keep us out of World War III and then revive national pride in this country. I also want to close with one message to the Democrat Party. End this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee.
Yes!
President of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class. So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up.
Vivek is
so we
the
can have
best.
An debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now.
Yes.
So we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else.
Yes.
Nice,
it's Newsom, but yes, I agree.
Very good. Vivek, in my, I don't know
he took out a lot of them tonight.
Yeah,
So
V in the chat. I
you
think
have 1
Vivek
minute for your
won. V in the chat.
I don't know how it's going to
Thank
pan
you.
out, like
The
who's
world
going
is
to
on
leave and
fire.
stuff, but it
We have
really
a war in
does
Europe.
seem like he's
We've got a war in the Middle East.
his finger
We've got
on the
China
pulse.
on the march.
He mopped the floor.
It is very
That's
important
great.
that we know how to defend our freedoms and how to defeat terrorism and socialism. We have to know the difference between good and evil. We have to know the difference between right and wrong. We need to know that a strong America doesn't start wars, a strong America prevents wars. And the way we can focus on that is to make sure we go back to the soul of America and be strong and proud again. And we can't do that. We can't win the fights of the 21st century with politicians from the 20th century. We have to move forward. And we can do this. I know we can do this. So join our movement. Go to NikkiHaley.com and we will once again show what America that's strong and proud looks like. God bless.
Ambassador, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yikes.
I'll pass on that one. She follows me on Twitter too. Maybe not after tonight, but
She's a cool interview. All these, I'd like to interview all these.
Require leadership. I will take the hits. I will take the arrows. I will take the barbs. Because it's not about me. It's about you. It's not about the past. It's about your future. We are going to fight for you. I am going to win for you and your family, and I'm going to lead this country's revival. As a veteran of the Iraq War and in the Navy, I will always put service above self as president. As the father of 3 young kids, I'm going to ensure that this country is left to the next generation in better shape than we found it. And as the governor of Florida, I delivered on all my promises, and you can trust me to deliver for you as the president of the United States. I am asking for your vote. I'll be a nominee that will be able to win the election. I will be a leader you can be proud of, and as your president, I will not let you down. God bless you.
Governor DeSantis, thank you.
is that it?
Mr. Holt going to take us out.
That is going to conclude our...
All right.
Thanks, cool, don't care.
95% say Vivek won.
He crushed it.
Ron's got 3%. Nikki has got 1, and Chris has got 1. I didn't exclude Tim Scott from the poll to make like a dig at Tim Scott. It's just YouTube only allows 4 categories.
It was pretty clear.
We'll just say he had 1% too. If Chris Christie got 1,
Nikki
then
got
he probably got 1.
Right. Look, let me say, I like Tim Scott way more than Chris Christie. Way more than Nikki Haley, but he should not be on a presidential debate stage.
It was like he was thinking about what to say next. Like his words were being like, did you notice that? Like what I was just doing?
No, definitely. And I think he forgot some stuff. You know, it was just, I don't think he was fully prepared for some of those questions.
He's an emotional, the appeal to emotion to like, he's taking his time with every word that he says. So it means
I think it's the wrong time in history for that too, because people have less and less attention span. Like even myself, I know when I'm watching videos or podcasts or whatever, I turn it on to where it's 1.5 times as fast.
Yeah.
I'm listening way faster than I ever have in my life. A lot of people are in the same boat. So when you hear somebody talking really slowly like this, it starts to feel like they don't know what they want to say.
Oh, I've noticed that on this show as a co-host, because Tim will talk really fast, and then if I come in like this, everyone's like, shut up, shut up. And it's like, no, don't talk faster, get it out of the way.
Everybody says that about you, Ian. Like, I didn't want to tell you, but
it's my vibe, baby.
It's been a big conversation, behind your back. No, I'm just kidding.
We're going to read some super chats.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not going to have a members only uncensored show tonight because it was a debate night, and, they go long. So we're just going to read super chats, and YouTube's been doing this weird thing where it's not loading properly.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
So I didn't refresh, so we got the first few super chats here. We started a little early. Clint Torres says, howdy, people.
Hey, Clint.
Clint with the first super chat. Look at me says, I'm the captain now. Well, maybe number one.
Look at me.
All right. And here we go. Goldilocks Production says, anyone who raises a foreign nation's flag at our Capitol in front of the White House should be considered traitors. Only the American flag should be should wave there, period. Right on.
Interesting.
We're gonna refresh it and hopefully get all of the super chats to load now without because it cuts off the early ones when we reload it. Vivek's debate performance may be the best debate performance I have ever seen.
He pulled a Bill
my
Clinton. Like Clinton in his first debate was lame, and then came in, and he must have had great review of his own performance and came in and just smashed it in 1992. And now that's similar to what Vivek did.
I don't know that you'll ever beat that moment where Trump said because you'd be in jail.
That was
so good.
That's true.
I mean,
that's
a
true.
tough one to beat.
But I mean, like, holistically, like, from start to finish, let's just say that Vivek had the low blow haymakers to Donald Trump's massive jab right
knockout,
in the face.
yeah,
knockout.
The
slam.
only way you could do totally better is if you pulled the same thing and you actually put her in jail.
He should have done
that
it.
would be an improvement. However, hard to beat that moment.
I think honestly, Jesse Kelly was talking or was tweeting today. He said something about talking about Trump, and it's his opinion that Trump's going to go to jail. And I think that he's probably right.
I agree.
And I don't know if there's normies that are going to vote for a president that's in jail.
I think there are.
Oh, I don't think there's enough to
if it's
to
binary.
get him over. Well, I mean, it'll be Donald Trump versus whoever. And I would personally prefer to see someone like Vivek in the spot because he's not in jail than to see Donald Trump running from jail. If Donald Trump doesn't go to jail, then I think that Donald Trump has a better shot. I think if Donald Trump does go to jail, I think that just puts normies off because there's so many normies.
Yeah, they're just not smart enough.
Yeah, and
he went to jail. I can't vote for him.
Yeah, this is not my preference. I'm just saying that this is what it seems most likely to me.
We have a correction too. It was the stream that we had of Trump had 7,700.
Okay, cool.
So Dan Lamar says Trump had 130K and the debate had 70.
I wonder how that's.
But I think the issue is, are we combining everything? Or are you talking about like Trump's core stream? Because we had Trump Jr.'s channel and it wasn't loading properly.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Super Dank says DeSantis is the heel and Vivek is the babyface. This is a WWE match. Correct.
I mean, that's pretty much all of politics at this point.
Yeah. Dave Rubin tweeted that Vivek is such an insufferable prick and he's getting ratioed really, really hard for it. Look, man.
Dude,
Ruben
just got baited into giving Vivek a lot of
No, I think the people who hitched their wagon to Ron DeSantis are probably sweating bullets.
Well, you've got to be kind of upset with these performances, and also, I mean, Dave's a smart guy. I think that he knows deep down the campaign has not been run the way that it should have been run if you really wanted to have a great shot here. Vivek, on the other hand, has set himself up well. Whether it's his team's doing or his own, I don't know. But somebody there has set himself up well in the event that something does happen with President Trump. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the people who support Trump are going to shift that direction should something like that happen, unless it's somebody who comes in late. I don't know if they'll be able to get on the ballot, though, in that case. So there's a lot up in the air, but I do know that the way they've run the campaign, they're not set up well to take in Trump voters in any event. Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of hard feelings and stuff, and I don't think it's going to turn out well. And I think if you're somebody who hitched yourself really early on to Ron, you're probably upset by the way things have been run, and it makes you a little more testy with situations like this.
I think that's another strong point with Vivek is because he's not attacking Trump, everyone kind of feels like he's the guy that's like, he's going for VP or whatever. Or whatever your prediction might want to be, but because of his take on Trump and because he's been very passive towards Trump, he leaves the door open for all the Trump voters that if they're not going to vote for Trump. And Trump's, I talked before about Trump's floor. It's very, very solid. There are diehard.
His bottom is solid.
His bottom is solid. Yes,
rock solid.
But because of that, if Trump isn't in the running, it's very easy for those people to slide over into Vivek's camp. And because of the fact that what Vivek is talking about is very similar to Trump's policies. There's not a lot of daylight between them. And I think that Vivek is probably more informed on the policies than Trump is.
It's
Trump
pretty
is
much the same policies, but more eloquently stated.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It was a hard sell to sell Trump policies to, let's say, somebody who went to an Ivy League or somebody who was in a tech startup that is, doing some innovative thing. Vivek can communicate to those people the exact same policy that they just scoffed at and treated like it was crazy coming from Trump. They hear it from him and they go, oh, that's really smart. And it's not a byproduct of somehow the policy gets better. It's just that the communication is clear to that person. But meanwhile, Vivek, he's also still communicating to your typical Trump base voter like me, like I voted for Trump both times. I fully understand in the same way and respect that I did with Trump. And I think that's why he pulls in some interesting different people that were pushed away maybe by Trump in the beginning. So it's interesting, but I mean, Trump is obviously still the leader. I don't think he's going to prison in a way that would prevent him from being able to become president.
Let me read this from Char Dietz. He says, I'm pro-life, but I also believe in choice for others. God gives all mankind free will, and I think we can have our own beliefs and values. What did it say? But bits up to
it's.
But it's. I see the B was an accidental typo. He meant to hit the space bar. To each individual. I completely disagree. You cannot have one state being like, it's not murder if you kill a person from this background. It's not murder. You can't have that. Yeah. You can't have one state be like, we think this is not a person. It's like, are they a person or not? Answer the question.
Yeah, I'm looking at natural person. It's the natural person because there are other persons, they're corporations. But if it are babies at 2 months in the womb considered natural persons legally, that's really what it comes down to.
Federal government needs to have an answer for that. And my attitude is, I'm not traditional pro-life. I'm traditional pro-choice. And while I think abortion is wrong, I think there's very difficult constitutional questions in how you balance the rights of two individuals sharing one body. And then ultimately, I just want to encourage Democrats to get the abortions they want to get. Democrats and liberals and leftists, I will help facilitate their trips.
See, I don't want them to get abortions. I want their kids to find a different pathway than their parents did.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.